Welcome back to another video. Today we are here at Luminor Detailing here in Sunway, Mentari, Petaling Jaya, but we're here to review one of the owner's cars. Alright, so come follow me. Let's go check it out. Alright. You know, from the title you guys can already tell that we are going to be reviewing his Integra DC2 but first let me show you guys a little bit around this shop, right? So what they specialize in is car washes, car detailing, paint correction, all that kind of good stuff lah, alright? So if you guys want to come check out this place, you know, you guys want to come for a regular wash, they do that as well. You guys want to come for your coating, your polishing, everything, they have it. Most of the items here, most of the products here that they use are actually Car Pro, right? So they mainly use Car Pro. You can always come in here and check it out. You will talk to them, you know, let them know what you guys want to do to your cars lah. So, you know, the boss, very chill guy. Actually, in fact, the AE86 that we reviewed before this is actually owned by the owner of this place lah, as well as his DC2 and a lot more other cars that hopefully we're going to review in the future. But today we're going to be looking at this particular car right in front of me, the Honda Civic Integra DC2. Alright, so as usual, we're going to bring you guys on a walk around, have a look at the interior, the exterior, and obviously we're going to take this car for a drive lah. So let's go check it out right now. Okay guys, so we're going to start with the front. As you guys can see, this car has a full inks body kit, which is something that you guys do not really see here in Malaysia lah. Especially, you know, on a car like this, you know, most people are going Mugen, Spoon, but the inks is quite a rare sight nowadays. You know, to me it's very cool, very 90s period correct. You know, so the kit consists of the inks front bumper, the inks side skirt, the inks fender, as well as the rear bumper and the wing, which we will get to later. Alright. The hood, I believe, is actually a Jace racing piece. It is actually carbon fiber, but the owner has requested for it to be painted over lah. Right, so this car is not actually an original Type R, it is actually a Type S, an SI. Right, so originally it was black, but the owner repainted it to the NHO Championship white lah. Right, the 98 spec projector headlamps, you know, because the early models didn't come with the projectors, only the later 98 model and above came with the projector headlamps lah. Alright. For the wheel package, we have a very nice wheel. So this is something that you do not see much in Malaysia, you know, very USDM. The Desmond Regamaster Evo 2 in 16x8 with a plus 35 offset lah, in this very nice grey. It looks a bit green, you know, it looks a bit like nano grey, but it's actually grey lah. So it's a mixture of beer green and grey with the original red decals. Alright, extended wheel studs as well as long open-ended lug nuts as well, make it look very racy. Alright, the owner has also added a set of spacers in the front just to push the wheel out a little bit more to accommodate the inks white fender lah, right, to give it more of a reverse stagger look kind of stance. Right, it's running a set of Yokohama 808Rs, 205 45/16s, as well as a set of DC2 Type R brakes with endless pads. Alright, the 94 spec Integra Type R came with a 4-lug pattern. The 98 onwards came with a 5-lug, all 114 PCD lah. Right, going to the side here, we have a holy grail to some people, you know, the Ganador side mirrors lah. So, you know, let me just show you guys a little bit. The Ganador side mirrors, actually they don't fold, but they move. You see, they don't fold. So this is how you know that it's original. See, so these are expensive, you know, these are expensive. Side skirts are inks side skirts. The rear is the same as well, same spec, you know, so this is a square setup lah. Right, so still running the same 205 45/16 AD08 tires. On the rear here we have a inks carbon fiber GT wing. I'm not sure which version is this. I couldn't really find it. The owner is not very sure as well, but it's a narrow stand. Instead of some, they have wider ones lah. Right, the rear is a inks bumper lah, with a spoon muffler poking out in the rear over there. Right, hence why you see this spoon sticker. Alright, okay. let's go check out the interior. There are also a little bit things here and there. The owner has added some Integra Type R decals to it, you know, but this isn't a Type R, right? But that's okay. Okay, on the interior, first of all, we have a set of Recaro Mugen MSR seats. These are actually based off the Recaro SR7s, right? Semi-buckets, very nice Alcantara suede material with mesh in the middle, very, very comfortable. Hybrid racing, short shifter with aluminium gear knob, not too sure what brand this is. We have a Mugen steering wheel with Works bell short hub as well as a quick release, you know, just for that easy in and out lah. Alright, so DC2 Type R gauge cluster that revs up to 10,000 RPM. We got a Type R dashboard, Type R door cards as well as Type R floor mats. Alright, so the interior has actually been converted to a Type R. Alright, on the dash we have a set of 3 truss G80 Sirius gauges. These are very cool, you know. Later I'll get a shot of it, you know. You guys will see how this thing boots up lah. Very, very cool. But overall, you know, that's about it for the interior. Very good condition. The panels, the headliner and everything is all in perfect condition, which is very rare for a car of this age. Because the owner owns a detailing center, he's a little bit OCD, you know. He wants the best for his cars lah. And to him, this is actually far from perfect, you know. He might actually want to repaint the car. So we'll see lah how that goes, you know. Okay, next we're going to go check out the engine bay. Okay, under the hood we have a B18C Type R engine from the DC2 Type R, alright. So it has been Type R swapped. Also, the engine has been fully rebuilt with forged pistons, forged conrods, built in a garage nearby in Sunway called ST Wangan. So that's why you see they have their plaque over here. They are quite famous for building race cars, performance cars like in general, alright. From what we can see here is we have an aluminium radiator, a spoon header. So this car is actually running a full spoon exhaust system lah. So all the way to the spoon N1 rear muffler, carbon fiber strut bar, carbon fiber intake. You know, most people will call this the wheel penis lah, right? So it's a Simota carbon intake, as well as what I can see is a traction bar down there lah, a hard race traction bar. Alright, so aftermarket, what do you call this? Spark plug cables, carbon fiber spark plug cover, as well as I think this car has got Skunk 2 cams because it says Skunk 2 inside. Alright, but funny enough, this car is actually running a set of stock intake manifold lah. Most of these cars you see are running aftermarket, you know, Skunk 2, Golden Eagle or some sort, right? But very cool, you know. So with this rebuilt engine, it's running a Link ECU. Should be making about 210, 220 horsepower with the setup lah, because stock they come from factory 197 and about 180 Newton meters of torque. Alright, over here you guys can see this is not a Type R, this is an SI. Alright, so the SI came with a B18 as well, but not a C. It came with a B18B lah, right? A lesser power, still VTEC double overhead cam engine lah. Right, after this we're just going to go for a test drive. We're going to see what this car is all about. Then we'll do final thoughts later lah. Guys, we're gonna bring this car for a drive. So DC2 SI with a Type R swap, right? So B18C Type R, 197 horsepower or 200 horsepower if you like, but this car has got some mods to the engine lah. So fully rebuilt engine, like I mentioned just now, full spoon exhaust system front to rear, as well as a Link ECU. So the owner is not very sure about the power figures, but if I were to guess, we're looking at about maybe 210 to 220 horsepower lah, based on what he has done to the car. Also, I think the car has a set of cams, but yeah, we'll see how it drives. It's got a hybrid racing short shifter, as well as the OS Geeken single plate racing clutch. The car sounds pretty good. Not very loud, not the loudest, but sounds good. Not too loud, because sometimes this B series, if you get the exhaust set up a bit wrong, it gets very sharp and a bit annoying. So this is still a little bit bassy. It is quite drony, but doesn't matter. 5,000 VTEC. 5,005 VTEC kicks in. The owner said it can rev all the way up to 10k, but I don't think we're going to do that today, so let's just cap it about 8,005. B series crossover sounds good compared to the K series. It's a lot more aggressive, but the lowdown compared to a K series is definitely not as powerful, but the response is very good. Second gear. You guys hear that rattling? I don't know what it is. What is it? Somewhere there. So it's running a set of AD08s, front and rear, 16-inch 205s on Cusco coilovers, but the car feels pretty soft. You can feel the body roll. That was quite high speeds already in such a short period of time. So 1.8 NA 4-cylinder still feels damn good, to be honest. Nowadays most people are going K series. It's nice to see some people still retaining the B series in these cars, because I mean, you can understand why people are going K series, because number one, it makes more power. It's got a lot more torque as well, because it's a 2 litre from the factory. You got an option for 2.4, even 2.6, 2.7. But one of the main reasons I think also is because the B series parts are getting very expensive and a bit more scarce compared to the K series. So some people just want to go through the hassle of looking for parts, so they just go K series lah. It makes more sense financial wise, because the same amount that you put into a B versus a K, you definitely get a lot more gains with a K lah, right? And if you want to go even more horsepower, you just put in a 24 block, you get an extra 20 horsepower and about 20 to 30 Newton meters of torque, just like that. Whereas from a B series, you have to really spend money, you gotta do your cams, you gotta do your pistons, up the compression, intake manifold and all that, and you get maybe 20, 30 horsepower. And of course, it's going to cost quite a lot more compared to a K series. But I don't know, to me nothing beats the crossover sound of the B series lah. The B series is a very, very aggressive crossover. When it hits, it really hits. The K series is more mature. Then you got the S2000s and the F series and H series, which is somewhere in between lah, right? Not so high revving, but still has a bit of that B series characteristics lah. But driving the 18C, right, B18, you don't really feel that lack of bottom end compared to a B16. Even like a B16B from an EK9, right, the low end still feels like it's lacking something. You still feel that you really need to rev it up just to get the car going lah. But for the B18, I think with the extra 200cc, it really helps with the torque. Sometimes I don't know what is it about these hybrid shifters. I don't know whether is it the bushing or the cable hasn't been set up properly, but it's not as direct as I remember it to be, because the previous car we drove, the EKK swap, so it had that same feeling. That one was even harder to slot into gears. This is better, but you know, maybe is it down to the setup or what? Temps are okay. 90 degree, 90, 81. These are a set of G80 Sirius or Cyrus gauges. Not cheap, about 1,500 ringgit for one. They even have another more expensive version, which is almost 40 to 50% more expensive. The hologram ones, the see-through ones. But these are actually pretty cool. Overall, this car, the interior is in very good shape actually. Like full Type R conversion, Type R cluster, aircon vents and everything. Most of the time when you see these kind of cars, they are very beaten up already. You know, the panels are not in good shape. But this car is also, because the owner owns a detailing center, so I think he is very particular with how he takes care of his cars. You know, the paint job, the interior and everything. We're going to do a bit of a second gear pull. So we're going to drive it a bit more, then we'll just return the car back to the owner, because I think the traffic is going to start picking up soon. These Ganadors look a lot better than they actually function. You can barely see anything out of it because it's so small, but it looks so cool. DC2s nowadays, I don't know why in Malaysia, I feel like the hype for DC2 hasn't really caught up as compared to like the EG6 or like the EK9, because something like this you can still probably get for 70 to 80,000 ringgit. Non-Type R, of course, you know, Type R you're looking at about 120,000, which is still not bad, considering that an EK9 will cost you almost double of a DC2 Type R, right? Maybe, I don't know, maybe in Malaysia people just like hatchbacks more than they like coupes. But for me, I think the DC2 is a really, really nice car. Although, like after you know, having spoken to some people, they said that the difference between DC2 SI versus the DC2 Type R is not huge in terms of the way it handles, the rigidity of the body, you know, as compared to the EK9 Type R and the non-Type R version. So maybe that's why some people don't mind just getting a converted DC2 from the SI body like this, because the differences aren't huge. You know, it is just stitch welded certain places compared to the regular models, but the EK9 is more prominent, I guess, you know, because after all, this is actually the second Type R they ever produced. The first one being the NSX in 91. This, you know, the second Type R in 1994 right? So maybe they haven't really developed the chassis as much as compared to the later models And also, this was one of the first Type R that actually is the first Type R that came with a 4-door, alright, which is the DB8, which is also something that's quite rare nowadays in Malaysia, as well as actually anywhere around the world, because I think the DB8's build number is very, very low. They didn't build many 4-door Integras, right? So yeah, this is nice. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for this test drive review of this Integra DC2 So far, a very nice car to drive, very enjoyable, you know, nice VTEC, lightweight, responsive engine. You know, as usual, you know, I'd like to thank the owner, Liu from Luminor, as well as our friend Amir for always hooking us up with these cool cars to review. Hopefully in the future, we have a couple more cool cars to review. The owner actually has a nice Satria GTI lying around over there on BBS wheels. This guy's got taste. So maybe in the future videos, you know, we'll review some of his cars. As usual, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.